There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Would you like to know what I did last night? Well, I'll tell you. Instead of going to bed, I stayed up till 3 in the morning making hail teams, because why not? And this, my friends, is going to be the fruits of my efforts. Originally, I made a NU hail team, but then I found out Snover was banned in NU. As it should be, I love having a weather-free tier. That's a really big reason NU is one of my favorite tiers to play. But, you know, so I adapted the team to RU. Didn't really have to change much. And this is what I got. Alligator here is a big threat. I did predict him to Dragon Dance in my face, and it did see the leftovers, so I can toxic him freely. Don't know why I didn't go for Protect there. There really is no reason why you know, it would have been nice. I guess I wanted to get the hail up sooner than later to aid with the toxic damage. Gonna go for the double Protect fail. I don't want to switch around in case he is packing superpower, but I guess he isn't packing superpower, and Snover is definitely the most fodderable thing in the team. So yeah, gonna switch into a fake out beautifully with Reaverbot, and then, you know, take that Hitmonchan out with one hit, one shot, due to the Magic Guard Life Orb thing. It's kind of a pseudo Reuniclus, except it has speed. So that's awesome, but then Typhlosion's gonna come in. This Typhlosion is a big threat because it actually carries Sunny Day, and like a complete dumbass, I'm gonna let Kabutops sit in there thinking, haha, I quad resist fire attacks, I'm good, and he throws out the Solar Beam, and that was really, really, really bad. So I'm gonna have to deal with this Typhlosion somehow. And the best way for me to deal with it is to get up hail. Had he actually blasted Hanukkah Bush earlier with a fire move instead of setting up Sun and substitutes, I would be so incredibly screwed. But because Snover still lives, I can get up the hail, which is nice. Nobody else on this team has the actual move hail. I think it's called hail, right? So I'm going to bait him for a fire move, the flamethrower, and yeah, that's perfect because I know that the hail damage will take him down, and it does. So no more weather switching annoyances. Hail is here to stay, and now I have to deal with Liepard though. I am going to get pretty lucky though. I'm going to snap out of confusion, get the Stealth Rocks up. Had this Liepard actually gone for foul play instead of using substitute, I would have been in quite the hot seat, I think. Or things might have been a bit tougher, but anyway, getting up these late game Stealth Rocks are going to prove to be incredibly useful, because he has an Aerodactyl on 1 HP, and he has a Scyther. So yeah, both of those things are not going to want to switch into Stealth Rocks, and one of them is going to have to now, because he's going to throw out the Thunder Wave, and Mr. Freeze, even with no special attack investment, has 296 special attack. That is insane. And with max defense, this is a max defense Glaceon. It has 350 defense. So, you know, slap a leftover on that bish and give it Ice Body, and, you know, you've got a Wish Protect Toxic Blizzard. Really, really useful. Really like it in RU especially. So this is going to be another match very similar to the other match, except this guy's team is not that great. I'm gonna make yet again a dumbass move with Kabutops. I'm just gonna sit in, thinking, hey, I got that speed boost. Maybe I can outrun this bug that is faster than Electrode, faster than light itself. And of course not. He's gonna blow me away with the Focus Blast, which is kind of okay. Because I killed Aerodactyl, I'm guessing none of his other things have Stealth Rocks. Not really too afraid of that, so, you know, it's kind of worth it. Now, I do get the Leech Seed on Slowking, and hey, with that Leech Seed recovery, that little bit of recovery, and that Calm Mind, I live on that Ice Beam on 1%. Now, when Reaverbot switched in to the Psychic, it did almost half. It was crazy. It must have been a Slowking with a lot of special attack investment, because that's really, really weird. But I'm pretty much set up now. He's going to switch around, which is really dumb, because then I can just, you know, blast his guys, and that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to set up a Calm Mind on Slowking, because, yeah, I'm feeling pretty safe. Ice Beam does only close to half. I'm going to throw out a Air Slash, and it's going to die to some hail damage, which is nice and dandy, but Reaverbot is on really low health, so Excalibur can revenge kill it, but that's fine because I have max HP Glaceon in here. I can take a Focus Blast, that's fine, and I'll just throw a Blizzard and you will die, which is great. Now, the last Pokemon is Spiritomb, and because this is a max defense Glaceon with Toxic, Wish, Protect, yeah, I can just Toxic Spiritomb and be a-okay, unless this is a Rest and Sleep Talk Spiritomb, but I kind of doubt it because he just used Confuse Ray. So this guy's team is just kind of bad all over, and I'm actually going to torture him a little bit by switching out and throwing a Leech Seed on, as yet again one of my Pokemon lives on 1%, which is pretty cool. So get that Leech Seed and Toxic and Hail. That's a very, very dead Pokemon. Instead of protecting to be a super jerk, I'm just going to finish him off with Blizzard, which is nice. And that is that match, and now we're going to go into our final match against someone by the name of Curb Stomp, who, just looking at his team, it looks like a really annoying team. We've got Smeargle, we've got Prankster Murkrow, we have Imposter Ditto, we have Omastar, we have Diglett, probably Choice Banded Diglett, and Uxie, who's really good at setting up screens and using Memento to give plenty of momentum to other Pokemon. So, yeah, I'm going to completely forget. I'm not even going to notice that this Smeargle is, I'm not even going to notice that it's level 1. I could have just blasted it with a Blizzard and it would have died to some Hail chip damage, but, yeah, that's then the breaks. Luckily, though, Snover is going to successfully stall out, all of the Trick Room turns, which is nice, which means Kabutops can just come in, use Waterfall, and everything is a-okay. So Uxie is going to set up a Reflect, and yeah, Glaceon is here. I'm going to get fully paralyzed. Hey, Mr. Freeze, I probably should have named you Mr. Paralyzed, because being paralyzed is something that's going to happen a lot. Diglett's going to come in, it's Focus Sashed, and it's going to use Stealth Rock and then die, which is pretty cool. It would have sucked if I had been paralyzed here. But don't worry, I'm going to get paralyzed again. We're going to get lots of paralyzation. He's got double screens up, he's got Omastar out, and he's going to go for 2 Shell Smashes in a row. The balls on this man. And of course, I'm going to get fully paralyzed twice in a row, because, you know, I just can't have nice things. He's going to use Hidden Power Grass, I presume? I don't understand why he didn't just blast me with Surf. Maybe he doesn't have Surf? I have no idea. I assume that's Hidden Power Grass. I'm absolutely mystified. But whatever, I'll take it. I'm going to stall him out a bit. Stall out the screens, give him a little bit extra hail damage, and now I can go into High Five. The Kabutops go for that Aqua Jet, that max attack Adamant Aqua Jet, does a good amount of damage, and now I can go into Captain Crunch, which is a nickname with a story, I'll tell you that, and yeah, do some small damage, and Omastar will be taken out with a hail, so that's cool. Damage control is pretty awesome, but I'm gonna still have to deal with Murkrow and Ditto. Now Murkrow uses Mean Look, and then it switches into Ditto, which transforms itself into a ground type as I go for that Blizzard, that modest max special attack Life Orb Sheer Force Blizzard, so that is game, and he's not going to want to stay in, he's just going to run, because, you know, I guess he has a Perish Trapping Murkrow, which is pretty annoying, but with a Hail RU team and half of my team having Blizzard, naturally Murkrow is going to be something I can actually deal with. I can deal with it. Which is horrible. Yeah, so those are my matches, YouTube. If you enjoyed them, please leave a like, rating, and a comment, and as always, I will give you more, except not for 3 or 4 days, because I'm going to SakuraCon. Yay! That will be interesting. So I'll be inactive for 3 or 4 days. I'm sure everyone will live, and it will be fine. But yeah, I'll see you later, YouTube.